Hi everyone, this is Helen Mama Ozana. So today let's talk about it. Let's just jump into it. Because I've tried to make these videos 3 times today. And each time I record myself, it's not working. I don't know what's wrong. There's no volume, nothing. But hey, let's see if this one works, okay? If this one works, that's what I'm posting. But I just want us to jump right into everything. Like, my anniversary was fun. We had so much fun. It was quiet. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but it was anyway. So I've been getting so many different stories, and the racism stories, how we black owned businesses are being treated in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and not just here. And then the relationship stories, talking about how ladies are still being treated bad by guys in 2023 and they're allowing that to happen. I just don't get that part. And then the churchy story. But hey, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of church people that don't want me to get into that. But what I really want to talk about today is because I heard a story, right, about a guy who wants to get married and who's supposed to be married. He's ripe for marriage, right? And he has this girlfriend and had decided that he's not getting married again. I just want to say I support this guy 100%. As a woman, I don't care about the girl because his reasons are very, very valid. His reason was because the woman is talking too much to the mother in the Lord, right? In which I was saying that my reason of supporting this guy is all because of whatever person, what is the man or the woman that has another person that they're bringing into their relationship, that person is still a child. They're not yet ripe for marriage and they should not be married too. Okay? That's one. They're not ready for marriage and they should not be married too, no matter what. As long as you're taking another person into your relationships, that is a problem because you don't know what kind of advice that person is going to give you. There are many people that walk around talking about my pastor wife, my pastor, and all of that. Hey, all of that is all crap. When you get married, you and your husband supposed to just be both of you. No one else matter. I don't care who says what. Whoever that has any other thing to say other than that, that's their problem. But my own motives are husband and wife only. If you have an issue, go back to your husband. Settle it with your husband. Don't go around looking for advice from all this so-called I'm a pastor wife or a pastor's wife. First of all, the mistakes that all of us are making in your household, my household, from my house, my husband is my pastor. He is the head of my family and he's the crown that I'm wearing. He's the one that God gifted to me. So why do I need to take whatever fight or whatever problems that I have to another man of God? My husband is the man of God. He was ordained to be married to me. If not, he won't be able to handle me. Trust me. I can be a handful. He won't be able to handle me. But God ordained him to marry me. And now there's another thing. I know everybody carried up all this man of God, man of God. Your husband, your partner are the men and women of God of your household. When I met my husband, like I was saying, when I got married, when I first met my husband, right? I was told that I had way too many masculine hormones, so it was gonna be impossible for me to give birth, right? But my pastor in my house prophesied over my life. And what did he say? My pastor prophesied over my life, telling me that I will be the mother of his children. And what did I do? I agreed. That's the power of prophecy. Whatever that comes out of your mouth, once you agree to it, it manifests. And when I say agree, there's a lot, meaning that there's a blood bond between my husband and I. So when he says something and I agree to it, there is nothing the devil can do to stop that. Do you guys understand? There's no one under the surface of the earth or anywhere that will be able to stop an agreement between a blood bond. Why? Because I have said amen. Let it be. And what did God do? I'm actually the mother of his four beautiful children. So what make you think there's any other man of God or anybody in any ranking higher than your husband or your soon to be husband? If you don't see him as a higher being than any other being on this surface earth, you should not be married to that man. You should not call that person your partner because you're not ready yet to put him in the position he belongs. Many of us, and I see this a lot in the Nigerian culture. Now I don't know about Liberian culture, but they always take men of God over their husbands or their wives. What make you think a man of God is going to change your husband's heart? What make you think that? Why would you even think that? Do you think any man would be able to talk to another man and tell him, oh, be nice to your husband? No, no one can do that. Like we all know, even you, the woman, cannot change your husband's heart. Do you know who can do that? Only God. So why are you taking your problems to all of these people and making it so difficult to stay in a home, making it so difficult for you to listen to the voice of your own Lord? Your Lord lives with you in your house, and that is your husband. There's no one else greater than him except God. God comes first, your partner comes second. So let's stop sugarcoating all of these things. Oh, I have a mommy pastor. I have a pastor. So everything me and my husband do, we'll go do it. Oh, and let me shock you. Everything you and your husband are doing now, that you're running to all these so-called people and you're reporting or you're telling them about your matter, let me tell you, a day is coming that will be used against you. Go and tell anybody I, Helen, said so. Okay? Whatever you are saying today against you or your husband, well, it can be either way. If it's the husband going to all of these people and telling them their stories, one day is coming, it will be used against you. It will be used against your partner because you have allowed these people a doorway to your relationship, which you're not supposed to do. So, to come back to the whole story, I 100% support this man who has decided not to get married to this lady because she's still a child. She's not an adult. She's not yet ripe to be married. If she's ripe to be married, she won't be taking whatever they discuss to her so-called mommy pastor. She won't do so. So anybody that's doing that, they're not ready yet to be married. Your husband is your Lord. Even if he's just your fiance right now, it's from whatever you're doing as a fiance or a friend, soon to be husband and wife. That's what your husband or your wife is going to look at you when you get into the marriage. There's a couple that I met in this Winnipeg, and I respect those couple a lot. And funny enough, they're Nigerians. There was one time the husband told my husband, he said, all their life, they've never taken their matter to their pastor. They have never explained any fight they had in their home to their pastor. And today, I'm pretty sure they should be in 25 years now of marriage. So just imagine that. Why do you think they lasted that long? Only because they didn't let a third party into their home. Marriage is not perfect. Everybody is going to fight. Everybody is going to have issues with one another. But you can settle your matter in your home. And even if you can't, make sure you're telling somebody that's also going to question your fault. What did you do to make your husband angry? Why did your husband get so angry and you claim not to do anything? Now, I'm only saying husband because I'm a lady, right? But it's also two ways. It's not just the husband. What did you do to your wife that caused your wife to behave this way? If you take your matter to someone else and they never question your action that brought into that fight, that caused that fight, then you have a problem. You're not talking to the right person. A conversation should go like this. Example, my husband, I and him, maybe we're fighting and I go and report to someone and I say, oh, my husband did not buy me, let's say, wings. I love wings. And then the person go like, oh, he's so wicked. Why did he not buy you wings? Run away from those kind of people. The response should be, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. What did you do that made him not to buy you wings?" That is their response. Do you understand now? What did you do, Helen? What caused your husband not to buy you the wings you love? Then my response should be, maybe I didn't remind him. Maybe I already made him angry before he left the house. Because there's nobody that is just that crazy, that will just act crazy without anybody pushing them to do something. So be careful who you're talking to. Be careful on what you're saying and who you're saying it to. If you're not careful, you're just going to damage your home. You're going to spoil it, and nobody's going to help you to fix it. And that's why we have the highest rate of divorce in this small Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. The divorce rate is so high because everybody are their own bosses. There's no boss in the house anymore. Nobody looks at their husband as the head of the home. The pastors in the pastor's house is also the head of the home of most of the members in their houses. Because women now prefer to listen to a pastor over listening to their own husband. Who is your pastor? Your pastor should not be treated better than your husband. I don't care who says what. If I didn't stand up to give my husband a glass of water, I'm sorry, Pastor, I'm not standing to give you a glass of water. That's it. Everybody knows me for that, anyways. So, please, ladies, men, relationship is very, very tough. But if you look at it in the right way, respect yourself, respect your partner, make sure there's no third party, you will have one of the sweet, sweet relationship ever. And let's not sugarcoat it. We're all going to fight with each other. You and your husband, you guys will fight. That's for sure. But there should always be respect. No matter how much fight you guys are fighting, you should always still respect each other. Don't let it go too far. That's one thing you should remember. Don't let it go too far. Until next time, I see you guys.